Friends, what is up? Greg Newmaster here, coming at you with another action figure review. Today I have G.I. Joe Retro Storm Shadow, and I'm also going to review Snake Eyes, even though it's not retro Snake Eyes. This is a 2011 Pursuit of Cobra Snake Eyes, but the retro Snake Eyes that just came out is the exact same figure minus one additional head. So I'm going to show you them both because if you missed out on that Snake Eyes in the past, which is probably one of the best 3 to 4 inch scale action figures ever made, in my opinion, you want to get this one. So, I'm not going to lie, in terms of G.I. Joe, I was not a huge watcher of the show. I'd watch it sporadically. But G.I. Joe was one of those toys that every kid had one. Whether you watched the show or not, the figures were just so cool that everybody had them. Like I had this, very spoiled friend who lived up the street who had every single G.I. Joe figure, every single play set, even the big NASA spaceship, which was ridiculous. And, in the early 90s, I think it was like hundreds of dollars. So it was so expensive. But, so through him, I got to see all the potential play sets you could have. But I had a few figures myself, but the figures I always liked in the G.I. Joes were the ninjas. So I always liked Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow. I don't know about you guys, but what I would actually do is, the great thing about G.I. Joe figures is they were always articulated. Especially at that small scale. They always had waist articulation because they were held together by that rubber band. So you had full motion in the waist. They always could do splits and straddles. They had articulation in the knees. They always had a lot of articulation in the shoulders and the elbows. Unlike most toys, which had hardly any articulation, especially in the 80s and 90s. So they were awesome toys. So what I would do is I would just pretend, especially when Power Rangers came out at first, I would make costumes for them to my G.I. Joe figures to make them into the Power Rangers because they were just such great figures. So it's really exciting that they're re-releasing these retro figures in the 3 to 4 inch scale line because they were really awesome when they came out in the early 2000s. And if you missed those, now's your chance to pick them up. So today I got Storm Shadow. There's the box, the nice retro image. Look at the old school artwork, which is awesome. Always appreciate that. And even the back is exactly the same if you collected G.I. Joes. There's an entire profile on there. I'm not going to read it to you. Here's all the other figures in this line that you can get. So let's crack him open. I kind of hate to like rip them off the card, but I was never a big box guy anyhow. But yeah, not only did I just picked up this Storm Shadow, it was Walmart, I got him, and I also have this Snake Eyes, which is just phenomenal. So look at all these accessories. This is crazy. Like, this is so awesome. Pulling off on the back there, so he has a stand. Wow. This is amazing. So he even comes with nunchucks. Like, the coolest thing about these figures are the accessories. Wow, this is great. I didn't even know this. So he has nunchucks there. He comes with a stand that says Storm Shadow. So here's Snake Eyes. And he has a Snake Eyes stand as well. I'll go over Snake Eyes as soon as I go over Storm Shadow. Just broke the plastic there. Oh, this is amazing. So the quiver and the sheath for his swords. This is really fantastic. I love that. Look at that detail. You got the arrows in there. Looks like you can store some stuff in here on the top as well. So this is, just wonderful figure at this scale. Let's get him out and get a look at him. So he looks amazing. Nice ninja mask there, hoodie. He's wearing his COVID mask. See, G.I. Joe ninjas knew what was up before the pandemic. Like, look at that articulation. Fantastic articulation in the torso there. Like, look at that. Look at how deep of a crunch he can get. I love these retro figures because they did improvements on them. Because if you remember, all the old G.I. Joe figures had rubber. So here this is like a Kit Bash figure I made, but this is an old G.I. Joe figure. But if you can see there, they had the rubber band. This is a Guile head from Street Fighter. But yeah, just old school articulation. This is a figure that I painted as a kid. But gotta love this articulation. But yeah, see, they had the rubber band, but if you had the figures for a long time, those rubber bands would rot and just break. Especially if you were a kid and you played with them all the time and you were hard on them. But, you know, they improved on the torso articulation. So there's a peg in there now, so it can slide forward, and you have great range of motion, so it's fantastic. He has this strap here. Let's check out the elbows. So I'd say the only thing that isn't, you know, that doesn't make these figures perfect at this scale is they just don't have double jointed elbows, so they don't, you know, here's 90 degrees, but I mean, you don't need too much, but I feel like they could do that. They even have wrist articulation. Like, look at that. Amazing. Can spin. Just, you know, G.I. Joes were always ahead of the curve, always ahead of the game. Let's see what his head can do. Yeah, so the head is on a ball joint. Old school yeah, so you can pop the head off there, just like the Star Wars. But like the old school G.I. Joes, so they were all held together by a screw. There, they always had a screw in the back. But their heads were on a, let's see, yeah, I can pop that out there. So it was always sort of a ball joint, but they were really secure in there, so you couldn't pop the heads off easily. I've messed with this figure over the years. But anyhow, and the greatest thing about the G.I. Joes is the double jointed knees. Like, look at that. You know, Hasbro, you can do this for the Star Wars figures. You could do this for the vintage collection. I've been asking you to do this for so long. There's no reason why the Star Wars figures can't have double jointed knees and just be as articulated and as awesome as these G.I. Joes. Look at the level of detail. Look, you can even see his toes, like in his feet. It's like a real thin cloth around his feet. Really, really wonderful detail. Love this figure. Very inexpensive. It was between $12 and $15. Can't remember exactly, but you know, that's the range you're gonna pay. So here's like his sash and belt that he comes with. There's a little port there. Not exactly sure. Because, you know, like I said, I'm not very familiar with G.I. Joe in terms of the show and stuff. So I don't really know what this is exactly supposed to look like, but looks like it can go around like this. Actually, looks like, yeah, his belt comes off. So you can take off this white belt, really neat, and put on this red sash belt instead. I think I have it on backwards. Not really sure, but yeah, look at that. Really cool. I just love the attention to detail with this sort of thing. Like I said, here's a sheath. There's a little port on his back, so you can port that in. Really nice. Really, really nice. Already showed you his nunchucks, which is amazing. Love it. Let's, what a great, wow. Yeah, the string is kind of, it's kind of loose. So there's not much weight on the nunchucks, so it kind of doesn't hold it down. What other accessories? Wow, we get throwing stars. I don't know what these are. Maybe they're bombs. I'm not sure what these are. Some sort of ninja weapon here. I don't know what this is either. Maybe those are the little throwing darts, it looks like. But I'm not going to pull that out right now. What else does he have? Here's the little knife things. I forget what they're called. They have them on Naruto. They're not shurikens, are they? I can't remember. They're like the throwing knives that they always have, but he has 2 of those. Comes with one of those Mortal Kombat fans. Like one of those Asian fans. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know the names of all these things. So he has 2 size, which is awesome. Just like Ninja Turtles. Let me see if I can cut this tape, pull these things out, so you guys can get a good look at them. Yeah, it comes with an arrow. So there's an arrow there for you. And we can take this arrow and put it in the quiver, which is nice. So he has a loose arrow in the quiver, which is a lot of fun. I mean, wow, these retro figures, I mean, if you haven't had them in the past, you got to get them now, because they're just so much fun. Here's his bow. It's nice and small, it looks like, so you can take the bow and throw it in the quiver as well. So really awesome. So a lot of weapon storage for your figure. A lot of fun. Let me pull out he comes with 2 katanas, 2 size. So there's a long katana. You see that? Long katana can go. Oh, yeah. So the long sword goes in the longer sheath, obviously. Fits in there nicely. And he also has a short sword. I forget the name of the smaller. There's a smaller blade that ninjas and samurais have. There's a Japanese name, obviously, but I don't remember it. So please correct me, if you know the names of these things. But look at that. That's wonderful. Like, look at that. That's just so much fun. A lot of fun, man. What a time to be alive. What a time to be a little kid. The thing is I don't feel like a lot of little kids are into action figures like we were now. They're so much into electronics and video games that I feel like it's the adults who find more joy with the action figures than little kids do now. Because they're into gaming and all that kind of stuff. But man, what a time to be alive in terms of articulated action figures. So there's the 2 size. Really great. Really wonderful. And let's put it in his hand there. Oh, look, you can even do you can sort of do like the Ninja Turtle Raphael, how he holds the sai. A lot of fun stuff there. Yeah, look at that. That's great. So a really, man, amazing figure. Like I said, I'm not even that into the show G.I. Joes or the mythology, but I just love the figures. The figures are just so cool. What else am I missing that I didn't show you guys? Yeah, like I said, it comes with a cool stand. It says his name on it. There's the holes in the bottom of the feet, so you can pour them on there. And he just stands like that. But yeah, so there's Storm Shadow, and I'm gonna show you guys Snake Eyes real quick. So like Snake Eyes, like man, this figure is phenomenal. Like he comes with this amazing flak jacket vest. He has a knife there that comes out. So he has 3 swords. He has his 2 katanas. They attach to the flap jacket. So, get this retro Snake Eyes if you missed out the one on the past. Because like Snake Eyes to me is the coolest G.I. Joe. He's always been such a badass in the movies and on the cartoon show. Like he has a knife on his leg there. He's got the gun. This is the 2011 version, the original version, so you get a second head with this version. Has this real long sword, which is awesome. He even has these knee pads, and the knee pads come off. Like, look at that level of detail, just amazing. And like I said, he's got the double joints, so comes with all these guns, same exact weapons. There's a charge, like a bomb there. Comes with 2 of these little, they're like little pipe bombs, I believe. Comes with 2 guns, 2 bigger guns. And then he has 2 smaller guns. So it's like you get just crazy amounts of accessories. And here's this holster there. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's so, and he can hold the other, I guess this is a scope. It is a scope. It is a silencer. I thought it was a bomb, but it's a silencer, I believe. You can put this miniature. Yeah, wow, incredible. Yeah, so you can put this miniature silencer on the gun if you get the Snake Eyes figure. So Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow, guys, highly recommend them. They're at Walmart if you look diligently. Hopefully the scalpers haven't taken them, but if you like the video, please like and subscribe. I'll keep making them, and God bless you all. Thank you.